with the rest of the vehicle. It just, not what you expect. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the new ND3 Club RF on track with the Brembo BBS Recaro package. I am stoked, although my head is actually hitting the roof and I'm sitting like a hunchback right now trying to fit in here. Can't put the top down, otherwise you guys won't be able to hear anything. So, we know retuned E-Pass, also reduced friction steering rack. That's a big update. Really excited to test that. And also the LSD, asymmetric LSD that actually increases lockup on corner entry for more stability and reduces it on corner exit for more rotation. So excited to try that out. This one goes for around $41,000 MSRP. That's around $1,000 more than the prior model year. And we're weighing it around 2450, 2480 pounds. It's about 100 pounds more with the RF. And we got this new track mode. Love that Mazda Miata manual transmission. Man, this seating position is not safe. Oh God. Communication through the steering rack, definitely improved over the ND2. I'm enjoying these Brembos as well, definitely. Ooh, look at that body roll, oh my God. Hopefully you guys can see that just side to side. That's something I would definitely want to change in the aftermarket if I was going to be tracking this regularly. Takes a moment to get set. Mid-corner. Woohoo, there we go, getting some rotation. It's still very sensitive to weight transfer. So if you're thinking that with the new LSD, it's gonna be a lot more stable, I mean, that reduces some of the oversteer on trail braking. But as you move the weight around, this really soft suspension, and we're catching this Durango Hellcat, so we're gonna ease off a bit. Double clutch into first, and there we go. Yeah, these brakes are feeling a lot better, much more solid than the Grand Touring I drove. The suspension is still way too soft on track though. Keep in mind, subtle suspension differences with the RF versus the soft top because of the extra weight and the weight being high up. Oh man, I love how it even just wiggles under braking ever so slightly. This is a playful car, guys. Getting some understeer there. Rocking the Seiko SN-DD87 chronograph. Japanese chronograph. We're taking the Japanese Roadster on the track.
I'm now considering getting an ND3 myself. It would be very similar to this spec, although I would go for the soft top rather than the hard top, which is the preferred option if you are going to be tracking it. You also save some weight and some money by doing so. I can't fit with the RF anyways, and you have to keep the top up because of safety reasons on the track, and also I have the top up for audio reasons so I can record these videos. But the color I would get is the same. The interior, they don't give you any options if you get the club. And with the Brembo BBS Recaro package, my car would look just like this. The The philosophy of Mazda, the reason they have such soft suspension is that they want you to feel the body roll as another method of communication from the vehicle. So that philosophy, I think, can make a little bit more sense for when you're not driving the car as hard, but if you are pushing it hard in the canyons or on track, it's a bit unsettling, it's a bit difficult to predict. And the first mod that I will probably do is actually just sway bars and then eventually do a full coilover set for track use. I do think that you can still understand the chassis dynamics and get that communication from the vehicle without so much body roll, but that's just a philosophical thing from the team at Mazda as to why they tune the car in such a way. But as Colin Chapman from Lotus once said, add lightness, and the Miata, I believe, is the lightest sports car you can get new on the market today, and it makes a lot of the driving experience just that much better. You can't out-engineer physics, and there are some companies that are doing really magical things, making incredibly competent vehicles that weigh 4,000 pounds, but this is almost half the weight, and you can't get around that. The way that this thing handles and drives and the connectedness and how easy it is to turn and brake and change directions, it's something that I very much value. And again, everyone has different biases, but the more cars I drive on this YouTube channel, the more I realize that a vehicle being lightweight is very important to me for the driver experience. And that's why I love cars like the S2000, GR86 that we have right in front of us, the Miata, the Lotus Elise, the Ariel Atom, although that's raw for many other reasons beyond just lightness.
So one thing you definitely got to consider if you're buying one of these and you're going to track it, the height, right? So I'm 6'1". I actually have longer legs. I think my inseam is like 34-ish inches, and I can't sit straight. It's actually not comfortable. Round two, here we go. That really soft suspension, it's like a little bit incongruous with the rest of the vehicle. It just not what you expect. It's still fun, but man, you put on some proper coilovers, totally transform the driving characteristics in a way that makes you feel more confident on track. Happy little 2-liter inline-4, 181 horsepower, around 150 pound-feet of torque. Nice and easy to heel toe. Getting that rotation. That's what they're talking about with the LSD. You get a little bit more rotation when you're putting the power down as you exit the corner. There we go. You still get that rotation on braking, but you do get a little bit more stability with that LSD. I am grateful that Mazda is still creating a vehicle like this in 2024. Who else makes something like this? This lightweight, this enjoyable to drive. This like soft suspension is so sketch though. Not what you'd expect for a car like this. I mean, it makes it more comfortable on the road, but on the track, it's just... It's not what you want, because it slows down the rate of communication, and then you can't actually, like, it takes us a moment to set, and only once it sets do you know what's happening with the vehicle, how loaded up you are. But over the ND1 and ND2, definitely a big improvement. This engine is the same as the ND2, still peppy, still definitely more special than the ND1's engine, which had the lower red line, less power. But yeah, the steering on this, the big issue I had with the ND2 was the steering, the feedback, the loading or lack thereof, and with the ND3, it's much improved. I like it a lot. Transmission is still excellent. I mean, a little bit over 2,400 pounds. It's amazing that we still get vehicles like this in 2024, and kudos to Mazda, big kudos. If you want to see the other updates about this car, driving it on the street, then check out this video up here or the one linked below. We actually compare it against S2000, against GR86. And it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it is doing a lot of things right. My friends, let me know what you think of the Mazda ND3 with a comment down below. Much love, and I'll see you all in that next one.